Welcome to
Welcome to
Wisdom House of
House of
Football.
Football.
And tonight is our
Tonight is our
11th
lesson.
episode. I'm your
I'm
host,
your host,
Butler,
Butler,
and I got
and I
a
got a
Delray Beach legend,
legend with me.
Percyell
Percyell
Pratt.
Pratt.
Welcome to the
Welcome
show,
to the show,
man.
man.
Hey, I'm glad to be here, Bobby,
Yes,
and
sir.
it's good to see you.
Yeah,
Always,
man.
man.
Always.
Always.
Well, it seems like we still got a little feedback on the thing, but we'll go ahead and go with it. Man, it's been a long time.
Yes, it has. Yes, it's been a minute, bro. It's been a minute. I guess our busy schedules have been in that cross path that we've been missing each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I tell you right now, we're going to go back, but there's so much to talk about with you. Because when we talk about Delray after, and then when we go to Tallahassee, that's a whole other game. You did things on national level in Tallahassee. So let's go back to the very beginning. Because you and I, a lot of people don't know this, but you were probably one of the first African Americans to play for the Delray.
Well, not almost, but not quite. I was with that first group.
Okay.
It was about maybe 11 of us.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't play the first year.
Mm-hmm.
In the first year, it was. I think I was in the sixth grade,
Okay.
and that was the first year. So with Raymond Rowe, Nathaniel Ellis, individual, the Willingham oldest brother, and Tommy Williams off of 10th Southwest 10th Avenue, and the quarterback was Raymond Rowe, and Raymond Rowe was the quarterback, and the only reason why, and I didn't get to play the first year because my mom wouldn't let me play contact football, and so I had to sit out.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happened is that the next year I still was young enough and small enough to not play on the 120-pound team. I played on the first 95-pound team. Yes, yes,
That's crazy,
yeah.
man.
And that's where the journey started.
That's where it started, right?
Yeah, it started there, and the next year I went up to the 120-pound,
Mm-hmm.
and from there I went to junior high, which everybody know now today is middle school.
It's middle school. That's right.
Yes, and so eighth eighth grade, I still was playing for the Rocks. Yeah, so after that year, I played my freshman year at Delray Beach Junior High School.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
See, now a lot of people know Delray Beach.
yeah.
Yeah.
They probably don't know because they'll end up being the annex of Atlantic, and a lot of time if they're not in our era, when you say Delray Beach Junior High, they say, well, where was that school?
Right.
I say right in the front portion of Atlantic High School there,
Right.
and
That's crazy.
so
So check this out. All right, so now, who were some of your peers? You know,
some of my peers.
your guys in Delray. It was you, Beaver, Hump. Y'all the same group?
Yeah, all of those guys. That part. Nathan Quince, Norman Giddings, Isaiah Wilson, James McMullen. If you go to you talk about Shed Fashaw, Emery Fashaw.
Mm.
Um, um, you go down to go to your cousins.
Right.
Where we go up, back up, but I'm gonna try to stay over to that side because we hadn't messed up with my partners on that side, the Butler side, because they were still at they went to Carver, and
Harvard.
so the that Victor Wilson and we had Leonard Mitchell, um, Randy Albert. Um, just a lot of
That's a good group, man.
Lee Leroy Temple,
Okay.
yeah, and
Yeah.
so the guys from Boynton, which was Sylvester
Mhm.
Taylor,
Mhm.
um, and a few Earl Kent from
Mhm.
Boynton,
Mhm.
and you had um, I don't know if you remember him, but Henry Williams,
Remember
um,
him?
and the about about done hit the number of athletes that basically uh, was there
That
with
was a
us.
good group. That was a good group. Now,
Yes.
now I'm gonna tell you this: if Carver House was still in existence during that time, I don't see nobody stopping it.
No, we had a good group of individuals
Mm-hmm.
and individuals that good solid
Mm-hmm.
athletes there and my class uh, was somewhat not lazy, Bobby,
Mm-hmm.
but the class behind us, Hump, when you say Norma Giddens and
Mm-hmm.
Victor, those guys, Victor should have been with us,
Right.
but he ended up in elementary school and goofed off a little bit, and he ended up missing a grade and he became behind us. But that group, they hustled a lot more because they came behind us,
Right.
and they it was the same group of people that was with me in ninth grade
Mm-hmm.
that we had some struggles in ninth grade, but when they got to ninth grade, maturity stepped in on those guys, and they won. Uh, we had about a 9 game schedule, and those
Mm-hmm.
guys they won 8 of those games,
Wow. Okay.
and in football,
Mm.
and they did extremely well in basketball. And this is middle school,
Mm-hmm.
and they done well going up once we get to that point. But those were the thing that I guess maturity
Yes.
and the leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're saying if all there have been some exciting football because of the combining uh, after junior high, the combining of the two cities,
Right.
Delray and Boynton. We had a group of people that basically really shut the state down.
Oh, no doubt.
And
No doubt
yes,
about it.
yes,
I happened to work with him one day. We all playing at the junior high. And I can't remember who we were playing basketball. But man, I came into the game and I saw Beaver Quint put on a show.
yeah,
I didn't know he could handle a basketball.
yeah, yeah.
He looked like Curly at the game. When it came along, he was doing his thing. He had on tight.
Well, those guys, they played basketball, and the coach told me I was a little too rough, and at the edges, and so I backed off because my shooting game, I didn't practice enough shooting, but I had a strong defense. But then again, you had a lot of my friends; they loved that game.
Right.
I did it for exercise, and but football it was just basically really my thing, and I focused on track a little bit, and I love baseball. I just wouldn't play it, you know.
All right,
All right,
so
so
let's talk
let's
about
talk
your
about your
team.
team.
All right.
All right.
So was
So was
George an
George an
athlete?
athlete?
Uh, yeah,
He was.
he was mostly track. He
Okay.
he played he played football a little
Mhm.
bit, and one thing about it, he can kick the ball.
Really?
So for yeah, he was able to
Wow.
kick he was able to kick the ball, but then again, uh, his thing was uh, the, the half mile and the mile, uh, and uh, and I guess that was his thing. Track he can run,
He can
so
run.
Wow.
yeah, he was a strong runner.
And then we
And then
talk
we
about
talk about
team,
team,
football,
football,
baseball,
baseball,
and
and
basketball.
basketball.
Well,
And track.
And
more so baseball
Uh-huh.
and football and track myself. I ran a little bit of track
Right, right.
myself, but it was mainly football.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
And then
we
we
go down
go
to
down to
the
the
next
next
brother,
brother,
Bozo.
Bozo.
Yeah, Lewis, he, he played a little bit of football, but that really wasn't his thing. He just was a baseball, a pitcher. Let's
A
just say,
heck of
let's say he was
heck
a
of a
pitcher.
pitcher.
Yeah, a
Heck of a
pitcher.
pitcher.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was the real deal.
yeah. He got lucky to get in the league and stay there. I think they pulled him up once, but
Mhm.
you know, I don't. The politics and his disciplined brain, but
Mhm.
he stayed around for 11 years.
That's
So
cool.
That's cool.
and so that's that's his thing, and he just hey, those are that's the catch 22 about
That's true.
the professional league. You know, there's a lot of good people that didn't get the opportunity.
Didn't get the
Didn't get the
opportunity. That's
opportunity.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
and I'm always my saying that the old young school told me, say, luck favors a prepared mind. The elevator to success is out of order. You got to take the stairway one step at a time,
That's
and
right.
that's where it. Because he wasn't the best athlete in the family, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Say,
Who's the
Who's the
best?
best?
the best athlete in our family is Sammy.
Sammy. No
Sam.
doubt.
No doubt.
Sammy,
Yeah.
Sammy.
Sammy was the best athlete in our family. Sammy basically could play football. Sam played quarterback
Right.
at Carver. Sam played basketball.
Mhm.
Sam played baseball, and Sam can hit the ball no matter where you put it at. And
Wow.
that's the individual that I thought should have been playing on in the major league in our
Hallelujah.
family
Right. Right.
because he had all the talent.
Mhm.
And Sam played 3 or 4 instruments.
What?
What?
What? The cello,
Wow.
the
Wow.
xylophones,
Wow.
and it's something else that I didn't know because I came home just to visit home for the week. Mom said she's going to the school. I said, Sam just played a game. I caught the tail end of it. She said, yeah, but he done came and changed clothes. Come go with me. And I'm looking up there, this boy playing the big cello and stuff. And I didn't have a clue that he knew this stuff, but he was a smart kid now.
Very
You know,
smart.
you didn't have to stay on sound by the schoolwork now. And but you know that's
Well,
coming up.
it's
It's
amazing.
amazing.
I tell
I
people
tell
this
people this
all
all
the
the
time,
time.
and it's
And
hard
it's
for them
hard
to
for them to
process.
process.
Believe me,
Believe me.
when I
When
tell
I tell
them
them
out of
out of
all
all
the
the
football I
football
played,
I played,
I played with
I
a lot
played
of
with a
great
lot of
guys,
great guys.
a lot of
A
great
lot of
athletes.
great athletes.
And I
I
always make
always
this
make this
statement:
statement.
the best
The best
athlete I
athlete
ever
I
played with
played with
was
was
Mo
Mo
Wesley
Wesley
until I
until
played
I
with
played
you,
with you.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right?
Yeah.
And
And
so
so
all the
all
guys
the
I
guys
played
I played
football with,
football with,
all the guys
all
I
the guys
played
I
with,
played with,
nobody was a
nobody
better
was a better
athlete than Mo
athlete than Mo
Wesley
Wesley
except for
except for
Deion
Deion
Sanders.
Sanders.
You know, Mo he was a very disciplined young man
Hmm.
and a disciplined kid.
Hmm.
And why he's a very good math individual.
Hmm.
And a lot of times individuals, Bobby, don't understand sports is built around math.
Hmm.
And he understood that when he was a baby playing for the Rocks.
Yes.
Yes.
And for him to they put him at quarterback, but he can walk away from the line as if he was in the pros and put people in spot. And I watched him tell him slide over, no, and almost tell you where we going. And and to see him do that, where he get behind and move and put you off and throw you and had that eye contact to throw you off as a baby.
As a baby.
Yes. And he was so smart at doing this, man, that they didn't know what to do.
Wow.
And if you look at him now, man, he tutors algebra and all types of the math and stuff, and that came right back to his athletic ability to know that he'll have so many inches and yards to go left or right. And that's the way he played football. People may say, oh, he had good moves. He didn't shake people out of his shoes. He just knew where to go.
Where to go?
He knew where to go. And if he saw a crack, he was going through the crack.
Go.
And it was up to you to try to catch him now. So if you didn't have the speed to catch him,
it was over.
Yeah. And he was smart.
Very smart.
He was very smart about the game. When he played sport, he studied the game, and he did it from just using the mind.
Right.
And he took his ability to compensate. If you go back, let me tell you about Vincent Brimson.
Okay.
We remember Chatty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me tell you something. Chatty, we both were swimming in the ocean, and we basically was studying for lifeguard and stuff like that. So I kind of drug away from it, but I ended up getting all that stuff when I didn't have nothing to do with play around in college a little bit with some electives. So I just certified in areas that basically that I knew I was good at. But Chatty got certified in the ocean, and people didn't know that. We were young. Chatty was certified when we graduated from high school. Chatty was certified lifeguard to swim in the ocean.
Wow.
See, he worked for the city of Delray for the pool at the pool.
Yes,
because he was a certified lifeguard, but he was certified the ocean.
Wow.
And a lot of people don't know that. And Chad and I got caught in a undercurrent. We didn't panic. It took us under, drug us, and kind of like hit feet contact, and next thing you know, it threw us up.
Wow.
When it threw us up, we know what to do to swim parallel and come out the water. He said, "You all right?" I said, "You all right?" He said, "Yeah." Man, that undercurrent, you know it drug us again. I said, "Yeah, but you know what we supposed to do. You know how to take your time and go with it because it's going to push you one way or out. We know how to swim out of it." And this is at a young age. We was in elementary, man.
Wow.
And but Chatty was a very strong swimmer. And by we being at Chatty, we ended up Delray Elementary, and then Chatty didn't go to Delray Elementary, but I said, "Well, man, you got to swim, man. Come on." He thought, "No, they don't want me to swim." So we went up on the beach to the pool there, the salt water, and they had some program, and Chad and I, we put on a show for them. And just took some of their ribbons. You know, the coach let us swim with the team because it was other programs of people coming from St. Andrews and this place here, but they were basically, it was open. And Chad and I, we got on a couple of the butterfly, breaststroke, and freestyle.
Wow.
And we turned around and Chad got first place, I got second, and we brought about 5 or 6 ribbons home that day.
Chad was a great diver. He could swim. But he's one of those divers.
He played football. He played football for the Rocks with us too.
Did he?
Yeah, Chad played for the Rocks, and he Chad didn't want to play no more when we got up in high school. You know, say, man, and I'm gonna let you have it. You know, but I couldn't get him to get on the swimming team. You know, and sometimes you need that help. Your friend, that closest person, and Chad and I were real close, and he told me a lot of things I didn't even know. I knew after he explained it to me, and I didn't know that. Basically, he said, "Man, you just keep me on one page and then do the right thing." And then I slipped away from you, and he said, "But you stayed on that path."
What happened?
Yeah.
So let's talk about it, man. All right, so through high school, you play football, you're an athlete. So when did you start becoming top?
Well,
When did I
at say ninth grade, I finished up and said, "Well, I'm gonna play some ball." Then my sophomore year, they combined all the schools.
Okay.
So what they were doing, they were trying to coach. I made the varsity. Then he said, "I want you to come to go down to JV." I said, "Coach, I don't need to back up. Coach Burns a little crazy, and I promise God, if I go ahead on and once with my study, I'm moving up. I ain't trying to go back to Coach Burns." So Coach Burns begged me, but I sat down and told. I said, "Coach, you and I clash."
Right.
He told my clash. I said, "Yeah, we clash, Coach, because I ain't accustomed to somebody screaming at me like that all day, and you a little dangerous." He told, "Look," I said, "Yeah, I got to go to somebody I don't know and see," and I wouldn't play,
Right.
and so coach said, "Well, you turn around and we might, but we got all these guys." I said, "I can." All you gotta do, give me an opportunity. Half of all these guys you got from Delray, Boynton, and from all three schools,
Right.
group of people. I fit right in, and he's sitting up there. And Coach Baldwin told me, say,
Coach Ball.
you, I don't know why he's trying to hold you out, but
Right.
you need it. I say, hey, and so man, I was racking them. And uh, Leroy Temple, man, he was laying guys out.
Man, he
But
was
when I got my shot, when they got past him, and I was over there putting him on the bench, and so, but he wouldn't dress me. But I said, well, I think football. I like football, but I think Bobby, coming up and needing the education to to go in the medical area. That was kind of my field, to play with it. So, and I just learned the basics of athletic training. So just gonna always have something to back up on, but where your brain is. So after that, I worked out good, and then the summer next year, uh, mother said, I said, I'm getting ready to go to practice at Atlanta. He said, no, son, you got to go to school in Boca. I said, I've been out. You ain't called me and tell me school in Boca. Who going to school in Boca? I ain't going to school in Boca. Wait, my boys said, hold up, let me make some phone calls. And all of them, we got to go to Boca. So I get there, I done missed, man, about the first, about all of the tour days.
Oh yeah.
And so Coach Hollis, well, man, you don't know why I ain't finna play back up to nobody, man. Hold up now, So he, I played around with it, and I said, man, okay, you don't want to work with me, Bobby. I just said, and then I waited till my senior year. They said, you gonna come out and play? I said, no. So Coach Sutton said, hey, you got some skills, son, out here, and I seen a lot of your skills. And they told me to get you out on this field. I said, okay. He said, what you gonna play? I say, what I'm gonna play, what I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run the defense for you, coach. And he say, I'm good. Fine. So I went to having fun.
Right.
doing what I do. Put it on you.
Amen.
And he said, you back up your little talk too. I said, I'll back it up. But I played the football and stuff, but then again, being a Boy Scout for a long time too. Now that was a little thing. We had things we had to do, but I knew first aid, and so the thing is Karen, and I won't say the last name Ara, had seizures,
Right.
and Miss Horn, Jimmy Bohorn's wife, fresh out of college, but she was a phys ed instructor there. And I'm coming out, the guy's locker room coming from late weightlifting. Baby, I need some help. I say, well, what you need? You need to come in. I say to the girls' locker room. She say, come on in here, because I need some help. And so Karen was out. I said, okay, you give me a couple of those rulers you got right there standing. Just give me all of them. And so by the time I done got crazy thinking I can move quick, and I stuck my fingers, and man, she was having a seizure.
Right.
So we finally got the ruler in there. So she know I sent, and I sent another girl to go get me a big spoon out of the cafeteria. You got to run. Put some clothes on first. Run. And then I took the other ones. I said, y'all got to go next door and get ice. And tell the coach to give you all the ice, big bucket of ice. So they were bringing the ice in and stuff. And you call 911. And so the nurse now will call the ambulance. They're going to need the ambulance and stuff. So by the time they're doing this, and I had other girls getting me wet, cold towels. And so I'm putting them, but she's still, I said, keep them. When I got the ice, I made a bed and compiled the ice on her and bring her temperature down and stuff. And then when I got her temperature down, you keep her head up so she couldn't swallow her tongue. And so I'm doing all that. And Miss Homer, she's just looking and doing whatever I ask. And looking, so I say, I need the paramedics to get here now because she's going to have to go to the hospital. So they don't understand. They're listening, doing everything. So I got her, and that ice brought her temperature down, and she came right out it, man. And then your cousin, they say, calling Dr. Pratt.
Dr. Pratt.
Yeah. Say, he the only doctor can go in the girls' locker room. Doing it. I say, man, they say, well, nobody in there dressed with clothes on but you and Miss Horn. I say, well, I was in there to take care of patients.
I love it. So was that Bull calling you Doc? His name Doc? Was it Pop?
Bull most of the booster telling him to call Dr. Pratt because James Mobley, he thought the sliding, Boca High was full of glass. Okay. So they had a lot of sliding doors. So they were playing, and he thought the door was open, and it wasn't. And he went through it, and the glass had broke and cut him and stuff like that. And he was trying to come back, and I just kicked him on through because coming back was going to be real detrimental. And that time, I was able to get guys to take off their shirt and give me their undershirt because I'm making tourniquets before the paramedics get there. And so I didn't have no ice and stuff because we were farther away. And so guys were giving me their T-shirts and their undershirt. And about 3 or 4 guys pulled off their top shirt and gave me the undershirt so I could make these tourniquets on him. And I did that because he was cut bad in different parts of the arm and in his side and stuff like that. But by the time the paramedics got there, they wanted to say, well, where the nurse
who put this together?
Who did a good job? She said, no, this is our doctor right here. He knows all this to do all this stuff. Yeah. So, and Bull then went crazy. So like, Doc, call the doctor. If somebody go down, they call me. And there it is.
It is.
So, you know.
But that was the beginning of the lesson,
Yeah, that was the beginning of the doctor part, man. But then again, you know, I had a quite a few road trips for scholarships and stuff to go visit. I had to visit different schools, Penn State and all these schools was visiting, and I think a lot with Penn State said we like your film, but we can put some weight on you. I said,
Right,
but it's
right,
too cold here, and I got to A&M and we had some altercation with racial thing that basically caused a lot of ruckus and to slow people down about who was what, or troublemakers or what have you, and what have you. And fam, then they was firing the coach when I got there.
Okay.
So now, but Bobby, I had a decent grade coming out of. I had over a 3-point GPA average coming out of high school, and so I know I qualified some fun. Then Dad was gone, so I got some the GI Bill for the children. I was able to get that, and I qualified for some funds at Florida A&M, and so after they done, said, "Well, we putting a hold on, no, you can't put it." So my mom called them, and she talked to with President Perry. Said, "Well, you're gonna have to straighten it out because she's not back in office." No, I said, "Well," so I didn't talk too much, probably because I don't. It's not on paper. I keep my mouth shut until it get on paper. But then again, there was the ride. And I said I don't want to play no more football, but my doctor skills was on point, and I knew how to tape ankles even in high school. I come here, rookie, get on the table,
Wow.
and so this is what I ended up doing, going and maybe man for the first couple of years, the defense coordinator man he begged me because I had suited up and I kind of wrecked a few people a couple of times, and then I just say, okay, I don't want to do this.
No,
And Bobby, I got where I say, no, this is what I'm good at doing here.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it was a call.
well, the thing is that your mind got to be there,
Oh yeah.
and it was there, but my mind was somewhere else. What I needed to do, and Bobby, I ended up with 2 children, so football it basically became secondary to my mind. Parenting became first, and education, and so now, the luck part of it. And man, once you get on the college level, you got about 2 inches of whether you're gonna get there. And a lot of people think, oh, my child supposed to be there. No, it's got to be the right place and what they need. And said, if you what they need, then you there. And because a lot of times individuals don't understand the politics. But back when I was in school and then I worked camps, they might have 800 or 900 people, man. And you telling them I'm working this camp, these pro camps, and these jokers, if you slip, you gone. You don't have no chance.
You got no chance.
You don't. Like what? I say, man, there's so many individuals that man I done seen walk away with their head down, water running. They almost need a bucket, and it's not that they wasn't good.
Right.
It's just we trying to get down to 90 people, and it's 800. Boy, it's a lot of y'all. We gonna go through, but boy, you got to dial them numbers. That you got to dial that number. You can't slip.
Right.
You can't flinch, because you got to be on the other end of that clock.
Yes, sir.
And so it's so different now today. But there, so I know my niche, man. And once I got it in that area, then I'm gonna be good.
Right.
At it. And the thing is that when the time to graduate, they're gonna say our goal is to hire you as the head athletic trainer of the university.
Wow.
And when I got there, the trainer, he was the head trainer and the head equipment manager, and a
What?
and a professor, George
Wow.
Thompson. He taught classes. He handled the equipment, and all it was a bunch of students on scholarship and work study that did a lot of the sports, the athletic training and stuff. And and I got there, and I say, man, I should have went to Penn State. So what? Y'all sitting around there talking about you want to give me a used pair of shoes? That ain't gonna work. No, man, I called back to Boca High. They sent me some shoes in the mail, brand new, 4 pair of shoes. So I say, hey, I said, we had a training table at Boca High. Yeah, we had a training table there. The athletes, football players, we would eat breakfast, lunch, and snacks.
Right.
Cafeteria, we go to cafeteria. Football players eat much as they want to.
Take
You
care
know,
of
so they always tell me, what? I say, man, I don't know where y'all come from, but I ain't come out the hood. I don't know about no hood, you know. So, y'all got to do better about this. And
Well, I tell you what, this was a great experience. It was the first time we went away from home. We really on in a way. But the good news for me was, when you play football, coaches still tell you where to go. You got to be here to see. You got curfew. So that helped me. Because I couldn't imagine being on the hill and just going to school. I don't think I would make it.
Well, Bobby, you done made it because you say, oh, cuz, man, you gonna do me like this, doc? Yeah, I'm gonna run your ass till you fall out because you missed curfew. And that's where the discipline come in. That Bull knew, Bernard Mitchell, and Pretty Red. There's Clayton Monroe, and all of those individuals knew. Don Monroe and all the people know that I'm very serious about the business. You got to be disciplined. We're here for one goal: to get an education, and anything else come along with it, it's a blessing. But your goal is you got to do the right thing, and there's plenty of this for recreation, fun, and you didn't have to worry about females because they're about a truckload. And it was enough for everybody about 5 or 6 times. Yeah. But you had an obligation. And I was serious about the obligation, and then a lot of time the older coaches, people don't. I had the opportunity with Coach Gaither. He was really retired, but he was always sending for me, and he watched my work ethics. And all of those coaches had been there that had coached all these people before my time. They say this young kid, man, understand business, and they like the fact that how things that I ran a good operation, a good ship, and we were beating people butts. And all the sports that we were going from football, track, all of them we was winning back there in the 70s. We were on that, and all of this stuff, baseball, and all these guys, man. That you had the opportunity that went to the next level and what have you. They come back. See, I tell the people a lot of times, athletes. I know a lot of athletes that didn't go to Florida A&M. And one of my good friends that should have been in the NFL, Jackie Flowers. Jackie Flowers from Jacksonville. Look at him, man. That's my friend. And he can catch a gnat out the sky with 2 fingers.
He's a bad boy.
And look, and you can't tell me he wasn't going to play on Sunday.
Right.
But it didn't happen. And man, you have to think about these things, and you have to tell an individual. I say, hey, but now I want you to graduate. Why? Because you, even though you might get there, they keep a knife.
Right. That's
Come on, well, the knife is not to hurt you, but it's gonna cut you,
It's gonna cut you.
and you may not bleed, not externally.
Not
But internally, you're gonna cry and feel bad. But you know you had the opportunity, but it
didn't work
it,
out.
it wasn't for you right then.
Right.
So, but you got to take and go to that secondary and be that superstar.
That's right.
And and the look say, well, when I was a freshman, man, that is not a good thing to be a freshman. That's a rookie.
That's a rookie.
And I thought I was the prima donna coming from Boca, but you're a freshman. I hate that word, and I really don't hate anything but that word. And I tell people all the time, that's something I don't ever want to be again. A freshman.
A freshman.
Yeah, no. If I got to come back, let me be a sophomore. I don't want to be no freshman, man. Cause Lord, they didn't care nothing about you. I don't care nothing. Wouldn't let me wear my high school jacket. Told me to send it back home. I had my leather jacket, and you need to put that send that back home. We better not see it again. You ain't lettered here.
Right.
When I lettered as a freshman. And so I got my jacket. They say, "Look, freshman, you rolled it now. Look at it." I say, "Hey, man, I ain't no freshman no more." He told me, "Well, you still my freshman." So I said, "Maybe I got to get me a couple of freshmen, Bobby." But the dance kept moving and moving fast, and you're watching good athletes come in, and you're winning. Now the coach, where's Doc? Tell Doc I need to see him. Man, Coach, do you know anybody else? Man, look at him. We got business to take care of. I said, Coach, but I'm the trainer.
Right.
Y'all, man, I got to be the road manager. You got to be all this here and stuff. Why don't y'all hire some more people and stuff? I say, no, I need you, man. To come. So my watch synchronized with the head coach. Coach said, Doc said, ain't nothing else going. He said, Coach hollered, man, look at him, man. They say you didn't give it. I said, Coach, I'm the trainer. I don't handle equipment. Right. Now, whoever you was talking to, it's a big sign. Come on, get up out your desk. Come on. I say, Coach, come on. Bring your butt on. Man, you don't talk to me like that. I said, Coach, look. They hired you here as the head football coach. Coach, I'm still a student, and y'all ain't giving me enough pocket change. Yeah. I say, now come on down here. Let me show you something. Carried him down to the training room, carried him to the equipment area. Now, if for some reason your glasses don't let you see the big writing up there, what to say? Equipment is distributed from 12 to 2 p.m. After 2 p.m., you must put your name on a piece of paper and what you need, and it'll be in your locker when you come back from practice.
That's right.
Now, after practice, up to 7 o'clock p.m., you can get anything you want. 2 p.m., it's a cutoff, Coach. And you can't come there and get no. You want some white and clean shoelaces for your shoe? 2 o'clock, you can't get them. Oh, Coach, I'm no head. I said, Coach, read the sign again. We have a schedule that those individuals have to set that field up, have it ready for different profiles. And if you let me make you understand that, Coach. You want the field set differently. Every other day, you want the practice field set up. Why? Because your drills that you're doing. And he listening to me. I say, I don't need you calling me, telling me about somebody sitting on their behind and then gonna come up and say, I wasn't giving it. You got to follow the rules. If I do it for him, I got to do it for the other 500 players you got running around here. Doc, we don't have 500 not football players, but coach. I just don't do football. I got basketball. I got girls basketball. I got girls volleyball. I got guys track. I got guys baseball. So everybody have to follow rules.
Wow. That's right. Right.
And so you go back and tell him that it goes for him. I don't care if you come in there, I'm going to tell you the same thing. Let's go to work, man. Come on, let's go to work. That man went out the door laughing. And he called the players up and say, look, if Doc tell y'all something, you better do it or boy, you're going to have to hit that road.
I love it, man.
And so, it's a strong relationship built
Yes.
bond that basically is called winning. We won.
That's right.
But it came with a lot of hard work, and Bobby, I performed at a high level, and it wasn't just for me. Roderick and Akeisha was in my background every time I woke up and to breathe my two kids, and I had a responsibility to do good, to take care of them, and my work ethic is I'm gonna be the best.
You're gonna be the best.
You can talk about it. I'm gonna be about it,
Right.
and that's me right now today.
Right.
They know I see. I was full-time athletic trainer of the year
Wow.
as a student. I gave up my fourth one, and Coach Costa's Killers broke down and started crying.
What?
He broke down because I gave it to one of my student colleagues. That basically I was a student, but hey, they were behind me, and I wanted one of them to have it. And he told me, "You so humble."
Wow.
And I don't know what to say that you were so disciplined that you would give this honor to another person. He's saying that I haven't seen that from somebody that basically is barely, man, that time there, I wasn't up about 21.
Yeah, you were young.
Yeah. And so when I did that, that person remind me right now today, because he's doing well. Yeah, he's a physical therapist at Shane Hospital in Gainesville.
Okay. Wow.
But these things just let you know that hey, you on the right page, man. You taking care of people, and I had my friends, Dr. Tom Haney and Dr. Doug Henderson. Okay, those the owners of Orthopedic Center of Tallahassee, and it's huge there in Tallahassee now.
Oh yeah.
And they own it, and it's about they got about 27, 28 surgeons in there, and they do full-fledged surgery. Matter of fact, they got 8 operating rooms in the surgery center there in Tallahassee. But these guys that been in my corner, the fact that because Dr. Haney played football at Florida State, and he a graduate of Florida State. Dr. Henderson didn't play football, and he was a graduate of Emory. But they were basically Florida State team physicians. Well, I made them be Florida A&M team physicians, and I did some things where you got to come to see me at least twice a year coming after my practice, and I got them to do that. And then they got where Don Falls basically signed off for my certification.
I love it, man.
Yeah, Don Falls signed off my certification because George Thompson came in the era where they really didn't they didn't want blacks in the business back then, and he kind of back in that time. So, and he pushed me because I mentioned that to the school, the athletic director, Hampshire Tooks, that if you all want me to do this, I got to get certified in it, and so that I can go places and the school can grow. Um, and Dr. Haney and Dr. Henderson, I went to all the surgeries with our athletes. They sign off, and I done seen a lot of open knees and ankles and shoulders and stuff. You know, man, yeah, I can't even count them.
Well,
And the thing is that I see, I took every athlete at Florida A&M to the doctor, not my student assistants, and I as a student, I wasn't sitting. I stopped and said, "Come here, I need to talk with y'all too, doc. You got me sitting in the lobby waiting for y'all to call for my athlete." Don Falls come and they just go and got his Rand and those guys come through the back door with the athlete. And that's why I say now that can't happen no more. We got to make a change. Now, let me say this to you. What is wrong? Why I got to sit out here? Well, the business manager say, well, we trying to a little behind and stuff. So the bill, I said, okay, get that to me. I went to the athletic director. I said, look, I want this bill paid, and from now on, they better be paid. Oh, I didn't know. I said, I don't want to hear that because I'm not going to be sitting in the lobby because somebody's sitting on their behind to do the paperwork when they want to. Do the requisition right now, and I'm carrying it up there. And now from this point, so the AD looking around, Miss Hagan says to Doc, Doc, you gonna have the AD. He right there, he heard me. Y'all gonna sign this paper. So when I go up top and walk it through, I got to check. I drove out there and carried the business manager and put it in her hand. I said, here this check. And you won't have this problem again. When the 6 o'clock, 6:30, the doctor's calling me. He said, look, we're going to take care of you. We can't believe as young as you are right now that what we've been trying to do for the last 2-3 years, you came and fixed it. And all we did is say something to you, and you fixed it. And we're going to take care of you. And every training convention you need to go, we're going to fund you. So if every year that I was there, when the time for the training convention, they funded flight, food, hotel, and allowance. And so you, in a relationship, when then they turn over I can call the house. Then one Doug will say, hey, you ain't called me for no needs. I say, I ain't call you for no needs because you basically, I like how you work with the shoulders. I say, and the thing is that I said, then I want you to change your attitude a little bit. He said, what? I said, because what you got to do, see, they tell me you don't fight bees. Yeah, you got to hug. You hug a bee, and then you get more honey. And then he look at me. He say, "You got an old spirit about yourself." No, I listen to the teachers, and that's why I'm in school to learn, and I'm gonna teach you. All you got to do, show some love. I said, because I'm dealing with teenagers. That's right. And they knuckleheads. He doing what? I had to deal with these people my age, and I got to tell them what to do. That's right. And they know if they don't do what I say, you got to run right after practice. Okay, you don't stop. Oh, it don't stop for you. Till I get on one knee. No, you got to run. And see, so they know the discipline part that you have to do, Bob. And man, it's steady rolling. And steady rolling. I know, and God bless me to see the fact they put me in the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, you put me in there.
Yeah, they put me in
the
Hall of Fame.
What? Hey, listen, man. People been talking about you forever from FAMU. I can be in communication with somebody. Your name, all the time. Now, see, my wife's family is from Tallahassee. Nick, them, Marsha, them, all of them.
Yes.
So everybody know about
And
I
man,
wanna,
all I do is just wait, Bob,
hey,
because then let them get close and they tell me who they are.
yeah,
You
I
know,
want to ask you a couple of questions. I'm going to mention a couple of names. I want you to
milk
tell me,
ice.
I want you to tell me about these people. Rudy Hubbard.
Them man, look, Coach Hubbard is I think he's a great coach.
Mhm.
Even today, and that's my friend. Coach came in at he was 27 years old when he got here, and he signed a contract, and he had his birthday, and he is 28. And Coach came from Ohio State,
Mhm.
and it was a big difference for him. And but he come out of black neighborhood, but with strong parents,
Right, right.
and he Coach Gaither and Woody Hayes were best of friends.
Huh?
And Woody Hayes told Coach Gaither, "I'll send a kid down there to you."
Right.
And so they send the coach down to Florida A&M, and the people there thought he was, man, this kid ain't gonna be able to handle this. He too young. But hey,
Uh,
he he told them to take him to the classroom. You want to interview me? Take me to the classroom so that he can use the chalkboard. See, because he's advanced.
yeah.
And when he got through writing and talking at the same time to him, uh, they gave him the job, and he didn't stop. And a lot of times people don't realize, man, when you're trying to come from scratch and all the tradition, and then people think that you can take care of the granddaddy and take him out of. You can't ever fight granddaddy out. Granddaddy out there always gonna be there,
Always.
and
Right.
and he did some things, man. We uh, 74, 75, he getting uh, his feet wet,
Mhm.
and so we went. Guess it was like 6-5. And then, here we go again. Here we go. Well, 75, we went 9-2, and we beat Tennessee State up there. And 76, we went back to a 6-5. Um, I guess I don't know where the mindset, but basically we end up having to go ahead on and put some of the seniors that were lagging around. Then we had we had a good recruiting class. And it just was a time for them to get placed, because 76, that was 65, then 77, ain't no stopping us now.
No.
We're gone. Put everything on the clock.
That's right.
Come back the next year's 78, and we turn around. We lost one uh, and I don't like to say officiating, but it was because Tyrone McGriff was he was an All American, and he ain't never hold nobody, but he was crabbing. The play that he called on Tyrone McGriff caused us to lose the game in Doak Camel. That one game we lost in '78. But we went on to win the national championship, and we had to fight legally to get in. Oh yeah, we had to get the school lawyers and stuff to get in the NCAA, the 1AA.
Wow.
They said, well, they'll get knocked out. Oh well, they figure we'll knock each other out. Where we played Southern and Jackson State.
Mhm.
Then now for the championship out in Wichita Falls Bowl, Coach say we here. I said, yeah, coach, it's gonna be all right. Everything ready. I say, we ready, coach. All you gotta do is just get here. You don't worry about that. Well, you know this. I said, coach, we're gonna play the same kind of football. So windy and cold and what have you.
Yes,
Vince Coleman kicking the ball went up in there and come back 10-yard loss. So now Doc started coaching. Come here, come here. Coach, they looking at you and they looking at what I'm saying. I say, look, I say, Box, he said, what? I say, why you kicking the ball up in there like that? Man, that's the only way. I say, no.
Right.
Street ball. What? Street ball. Man, coach I say street ball, you're gonna kick the ball like we kick in the street. On the side of the foot, kick the side, street ball. Man, he kicked that ball, street ball on him. And I said, now the ball almost had a sparrow on it. And he kicked it like this. So, halftime, Coach Kittles come, Doc, I saw you. What you told Mailbox? I said, Coach, come on, that wind too high, man. That wind blowing so hard up here. I told him it's street ball. You got to kick it street ball. Kick it. And he told me, well, who told you all this kind of stuff? I said, Coach. I say, man, I just got a gift, man. I don't know what else to tell you, Coach. It's called common sense. Can nobody. Oh, first of all, if you was in my neighborhood and you can punt the ball real good, we ain't let you punt.
Let you punt.
No, they ain't let you. You ain't finna try to show out and we ain't play that. No, you got to kick it a street ball. Why? Because we weren't playing up but 40 yards, I feel, when no long, no 100 yards. No, them little short, you had to be able to score quick. So kicking the ball like you a real punter, who going to get it out, Miss what's calling yard? She going to take the ball and we ain't going to get play no more.
There you go.
He told me, what? He asking me this in the locker room. I told him, say, you put it in Miss what you call him yard, you don't get that ball back.
You don't get it back.
So you had to do street ball. And street ball, you kick it and keep it in the road. And that's what we did. And Coach gonna tell me, say, man, you, he said, they're asking me to talk about the pit, and a little this little old Greg, this little brother of mine, that Greg Fashaw, the pit. These people who played is the fact that Coach called me, Coach Mungeon, said, Doc, come here, get Coach down there. I said, Coach Mungeon want to talk to you, 20 field and stuff like that. Doc, what's going on? I say, nah, I ain't. I told you I'm the trainer now. I'm just a man thing. So they got between the look, get this boy down there so we can practice. Man, he was twisting them up so bad, man. Greg, man, down there, you know, when he was a rookie, they ain't seen they ain't seen nobody. FAMU hadn't seen somebody since Willie Gallimore to run like that. We done had some good running backs, but not like that. The caliber of Greg is a Greg Fashaw. Walter Payton, and what's his name? The boy played for Detroit.
Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders. I told him y'all can call anybody else, but that's where he said that. Now he had to grow up fast because he was spoiled, rotten. But now, if you had him now with his mind day, he'd have played on Sunday.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, and he found God, and I told him, I said, God can be with you, but let him. You ain't got nothing but some legs on the football. You don't know how to do nothing, boy. You don't know how to rake the yard. You don't know how to cut the grass and stuff. You don't know how to do nothing but play football. Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Bobby, you know that. And I told him, don't worry about it. You done well, man.
But that guy, he was a special dude.
Special is not the word. Coach used to tell me, say, look, man, you you, you don't curse me on this field. I say, Coach, I ain't curse you. I don't know what you talking about. Yeah, you told me get a damn ball of Greg. And I said, Coach, come on, man, we got business to run and stuff like this here. We in Jacksonville, and I say, give him the damn ball, let him run it. Yeah, and I told a couple of players and stuff. I told them, I say, look here, you know you can push that ball to Greg, give it to him,
Here to
give it to him, so we can go ahead on and take care of his business.
you're out of here.
Yes, man, you know, it's sports. People are looking for is wins and there's some losses, you know, and but it's a lot of dedication and time put in that individuals got to be disciplined to okay when you get to a certain level, okay, it's time. What are you trying to do business wise, and what do you do after the fact, and what are you going to do tomorrow? What can you say? To your side. So I'm in camp, and I'm out there in Texas. I see your son. I didn't know he was your son. And when I find back, I'm back in Delray. I say, man, he's doing. Bull just said to me, he say, you didn't know right? No, I didn't pay no attention. All I just know is, but I say, hey, uh, shoot, I know Bobby has some children, but time passed by, and I didn't know no names and stuff. And but hey, God is good,
That is good. That's good.
and you be surprised the people you walk into. And I was out in California, walked into a guy, and he told me, Doc, and Lamar, he saying, man, you can't go nowhere. And people, we all the way out here in California in the club. And this
Everybody,
guy,
everybody.
I say, yeah, he played for Oakland Raiders, man. But I worked a few camps. You know, I worked a few camps. But these friends, this one, he spotted me and came over and what have you.
Cool. That's
But you
cool.
know,
But
here we
no,
are,
no,
man, senior citizen. Here we senior citizen now and look
yeah,
back and I'm steady. I got a nonprofit,
yeah,
Global Health and Community Service Inc., and we're about health initiatives. We basically been dealing programs per Zoom and YouTube about having doctors all over the country talk to individuals about breast cancer, chest cancer, prostate cancer, and basically neuro, physical therapy, diabetes, blood pressure, all the ailments that individuals, the body occur. We basically trying to expose that to Palm Beach County and all around the world. And we've had some good webinars that we've had individuals through my fraternity Omega Psi Phi. We basically did some collaborations with the state organization, the district organization, which is about 4 states, in our district, which is 7, and the national headquarters that basically reach out to all Omega men's around the country. And we have people from out of the country tie into the webinars for physicians there. We've had Beyonce's father,
Mr. No.
Dr. Knows on because he had chest cancer
That's
and which would they were indicate we don't say breast to the male, but and so we've had some great shows, Bobby, about what doc is all about now that and I'm still taping ankles, Bobby. Matter of fact, I'm going to tape some ankles in Saturday. I go in and I show those kids that I still have it,
I still got
and
it.
I still got it,
I love it.
and 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 the trainer now he's young. He say I want you to come back and and and
That's good. That's
go
good.
across, and then I say I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna demonstrate,
That's
and I won't criticize, but I'll demonstrate and I'll show you why it's important to do certain things, and we'll have that little seminar. Then I'll take everybody, all your trainers and yourself, and we'll go to lunch, and
That's cool.
we'll do things like that. I say, but the business is basically developing children and kids, and and send them out in the world and hope that they'll do good and come back and give back to the school and what have you. And I'm giving back to the community when I'm still working too. Bobby, I ain't working hard, but I work smart. And so and so they say, well, when you gonna retire? I say, I don't like TV like that.
You gotta have something.
I don't like television.
You gotta have something.
And so I keep doing. I do what I do because I'm good,
Yeah,
and
no doubt, no doubt.
and I just do what
You
I have to
love
do.
you.
Well, first of all, man, you know, a poor boy from Delray, you got to work, and then you know, hey, you keep working, and that let people know, oh, he broke, and he steady working, and so I.
Hey man,
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well,
You know?
that's show right now. It's been such a pleasure to have you on, y'all. I'm glad you came on. We're gonna do this again.
I hope so, because I was mad with you because they told me you had a show. I say, this my boy. I looked at them and I can't. We'll talk offline on some of those things because they saw me at the game and they didn't speak and they said nothing to walk past me and roll their eyes. And I said, praise the Lord. And so you know, hey man, I'm real proud of you, man, Bobby, and the things that you've done, and hey man, we all have ups and downs, you know, but family wise, you know, everybody doing all right, but this is not a perfect world. So and my thing is that you fall down, get back up.
Keep going, man.
Yeah. Get back up. And this is where thing and I'm, you know, I'm blessed. I'm accolades in the fraternity, man. I got the highest award that any Omega man can get, and that's a lifetime achievement and stuff. So you know, that's not the boast. I'm steady, just being that leader. And if you don't want me to lead, then I step away. And but apparently they don't want me to step away, and so I just try
we need you right now.
That's what we try. I try to do that and stay positive and give some good direction and help those that need the help and push those ones that need to be pushed and those ones that need to be spanked. I'm still spanking. You know, I'm not with the school district. You know, I do public service. So you know, sometimes you have to spank a little bit. Yes. Well, you know, they say touch and go.
Yeah.
And touch and go is the fact that you gotta to know when some of the things that's going on in society and what have you. And I just ask everybody that's listening or watching, pay attention to your surroundings. And if you can't uplift, dare not tear down. I appreciate you, Bobby. God bless you.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, comment and share with your friends. We had the Delray legend tonight. Percyell Pratt. Love you, man.
All right, love you back, bro.